All right, so you wanted to deep dive into journal prompts, and
Oh, we got him.
we do. We're looking at Listallion's blog post, 50 journal prompts of the day.
Ooh, 50. That's
I know, that's a lot. But they're all really interesting. They're categorized into morning, midday, evening,
yeah,
self-discovery, and looking ahead.
like for the future.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just jump right into it with morning reflections.
Right.
The first one that Listallion has is, if you could start today with a perfect breakfast and setting, what would it look like and who would you share it with?
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
It really sets a tone, right, for mindfulness.
It does. And I think it also makes you think about, like, who are the important people in your life, you know?
Right. Who would you want to have that perfect breakfast with?
Exactly.
Another morning prompt that really caught my eye was, imagine this day as a blank canvas. What colors and shapes would you use to describe your mood and plans?
Oh, that's cool. That's like getting creative with it, like thinking about your emotions as colors.
Yeah, or even your schedule. Like if it's a really busy day, maybe you use, like harsh angles and a lot of reds.
Yeah, or like blues if it's calm.
Exactly. Okay, so moving on to midday motivation. One prompt that stood out to me was, reflect on any challenges you've encountered today. What did you learn and how did you handle them?
I like that one because midday can be like that point where you're either feeling good about the day or
So,
totally overwhelmed.
and so it's almost like a little check-in, like how are you doing? How are you handling things?
Yeah, take a step back and look at it.
And speaking of like helping others, there's also one, what is one thing you can do for someone else this afternoon to spread kindness or positivity?
That's a good one. Because, sometimes when you're stressed out, helping somebody else can really actually make you feel better.
It can totally shift your perspective.
Totally.
Okay, winding down with evening reflections. One of the prompts that Listallion has is, reflect on the most fulfilling moment of your day. What made it stand out and how did it impact you?
Thinking about the best parts of your day. I like that.
I think it helps to focus on the positive, especially at the end of the day when you're tired.
Yeah, because you're not thinking about the negative stuff.
Yeah, like what went wrong or what you didn't get to.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then another evening prompt was, imagine you're ending today with a perfect evening routine. What would it include and how would it make you feel?
Oh, that's nice. Like, how would you wind down?
Yeah, what would be your perfect way to de-stress and get ready for bed?
A nice bath, maybe. Read a book.
Yeah, light a candle.
Totally.
All right, let's get a little introspective now. Listallion's self-discovery prompts are all about, really digging deep. One that resonated with me was, what is one thing you learned about yourself today that surprised or intrigued you?
Oh, that's good. I like that one. Because it really makes you think.
Yeah, and it's like acknowledging that, we're always changing and growing.
Yeah, like you're always learning new things about yourself.
Exactly, it's an ongoing process. Another self-discovery prompt was, reflect on a moment of self-doubt today. How can you approach it with kindness and self-compassion?
Self-doubt, I think that's something everybody deals with. But
Everyone, at some point.
yeah, but I think being kind to yourself during those moments is important, like recognizing that.
It's okay to not be perfect.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, ready to look ahead a little bit.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, in the looking ahead section, there's this prompt. Imagine a perfect day in the near future. What would you do and how would it feel?
Ooh, that's a good one. Thinking about the good things to come.
Yeah, it's like a little manifestation, like what do you want to create for yourself?
Right, and setting those intentions.
Exactly. And another looking ahead prompt was, plan a small act of kindness for tomorrow. Who will benefit and how will it make you feel?
I like that one. Because, again, it's about helping other people, which in turn helps you.
It creates that kind of ripple effect of positivity.
Total.
All right, so that was the first set of prompts.
Wow. A lot to think about.
I know. I feel like we just scratched the surface. What really stood out to you from that first set?
I think I really like the ones about mindfulness and self-compassion, like taking care of yourself and your mental health.
That's a great takeaway. I'm
Mhm.
really intrigued by the ones about visualization and really imagining
Yeah.
what you want to create. So before we move on to the next set, I'm curious, is there any specific prompt from this set that you're going to sit with tonight and really explore?
I think I'm going to try that one about imagining the perfect day in the near future, just to get my mind in a positive space. What about you?
I think I'm going to go with that self-doubt one about approaching it with kindness
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
because I feel like that's something I can definitely work on.
I think we all can.
Yeah. So stay tuned because in part 2, we are going to,
Diving into the next batch of prompts, I'm ready for more.
Me too. I feel like we're just getting started.
Yeah, Listallion has so many good ones.
Okay, so this next one really jumped out at me. It says, what recent accomplishment, no matter how small, are you most proud of and why?
Oh, that's a good one. I think it's easy to forget about those little wins,
It's so true.
especially when you're focused on like the big picture.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I didn't get that done.
Yeah.
But you forget about all the things you did do.
Exactly. And this prompt reminds you to like celebrate those little victories.
Yeah, celebrate yourself a little bit.
Totally.
Okay, so how about this one? It does, yeah. Okay, this next one is all about self-care. What is one thing you can do today to nurture your physical, emotional, or mental well-being?
Oh, self-care. So important, especially these days when everyone's so busy.
I know, it's like we forget to take care of ourselves sometimes.
Yeah, we put ourselves last. And this prompt is a good reminder to like prioritize your well-being.
It is, yeah. It's like a little check-in, like, hey, what do you need right now?
Right, exactly.
Okay, ready for a bit of a challenge?
Hit me with it.
Okay, what fear is holding you back from pursuing something you truly desire, and how can you start to overcome it?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because fear can be so paralyzing.
It can be, but I also think that, like, naming your fear can be the first step to overcoming it.
Oh, for sure. Like once you identify it, you can start to work through it.
Exactly. You're not letting it control you anymore.
Right, you're taking back your power.
Okay, so this next prompt really speaks to me. What is one thing you can let go of today that is no longer serving you?
Letting go, that's a big one. Because sometimes we hold on to things that are no longer good for us.
We do, whether it's like a bad habit, a toxic relationship,
It
or
can just like clutter in your house.
it's true, it can be physical stuff too. And this prompt is like a reminder to just like release what's weighing you down.
Yeah, and make space for new things to come into your life.
Exactly. Okay, how about a classic? What is one thing you're grateful for right now and why?
Gratitude. I love that because
Yeah.
it's so easy to focus on the negative, but this prompt makes you stop and appreciate the good things.
It does, yeah. It's like a little dose of positivity.
It is, yeah. And it can really shift your whole perspective.
Okay, ready to travel the world.
Always. Where are we going?
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and what would you experience?
Ooh, that's a fun one. So many possibilities.
I know, right? It's like, where would you go if time and money were no object?
Exactly. It's a chance to dream big.
Okay, this next prompt takes us back in time a bit. What experience from your past has shaped you the most, and how?
That's a good one for self-reflection.
It is, yeah. Like, what are those key moments that made you who you are today?
I think we all have those defining moments, whether they're positive or negative.
They shape us, for sure.
You do, yeah.
Okay, last one for this set, and it's a fun one. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, living or dead, who would they be and what would you discuss?
Oh my gosh, that's such a classic question. But it's always fun to think about.
It is, yeah. Like, who would be your dream dinner guests?
I'd have to really think about that one. There are so many possibilities.
I know. It's like you could pick anyone from history, any celebrity, anyone you admire.
It really makes you think about who you'd want to connect with and what kind of conversations you'd want to have.
It does, yeah. So that's another set of prawns down.
Wow, these are really making me think.
Me too. I feel like I'm learning so much about myself just by talking through these prompts with you.
It's amazing how powerful these simple questions can be.
They are, yeah. So before we move on to the final set, what's one prompt from this batch that really resonated with you?
You know, I think that one about letting go of what no longer serves you really hit home for me. I'm definitely going to be reflecting on that one.
That's a good one, for sure. I'm really drawn to that prompt about imagining your dream dinner party.
Oh, yeah, that one was fun.
It's like a little escape, you know?
Yeah.
A chance to just dream and imagine.
Exactly. And sometimes that's all you need.
Okay, so stay tuned, because in part 3, we're going to be
Tackling the final set of Listallion's prompts.
I'm ready. I feel like we've been on this amazing journey of self-discovery.
We have. It's amazing how many different aspects of ourselves these prompts have helped us explore.
I know, right? And we're not even done yet.
Okay, so what's first on the list for this final round?
All right, this one really caught my eye. It says, what is one thing you've always wanted to try but haven't yet, and what's stopping you?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think everyone has something they've always wanted to do but haven't gotten around to.
It's so true. Like, what's that thing you dream about but always put off?
Yeah, like learning a new language or taking a dance class or maybe even starting a business.
Exactly. There's always something. And this prompt is like, okay, let's get real. What's stopping you?
It's like a challenge to overcome those obstacles and finally go for it.
It is, yeah. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's lack of time. But whatever it is, this prompt helps you identify it.
And once you know what it is, you can start to figure out how to overcome it.
All right, this next prompt is a little more introspective. It says, what are 3 things you love about yourself and why?
I like that one. It's so easy to get caught up in self-criticism, so it's nice to focus on the positive for a
It
change.
is, yeah. It's like a little self-love boost.
It's so important to appreciate our strengths and what makes us unique.
Absolutely. And this prompt encourages you to really think about what you love about yourself, not just what others might see.
All right, let's get practical with this next one. What does success mean to you, and how are you working towards it?
Ooh, that's a big question. Success can mean so many different things.
It can, and it's not always about money or fame or whatever society tells us it should be.
Exactly. This prompt is all about defining success for yourself.
And then figuring out what steps you need to take to achieve it.
Okay, ready to be the wise sage.
I'm listening.
What advice would you give to someone who is feeling lost or uncertain?
That's a tough one. Because sometimes when you're feeling lost, it's hard to see the way forward.
It is, yeah. But I think we all have wisdom to share, even if we don't always realize it.
Oh, for sure. Like maybe you've been through something similar and you can offer some guidance based on your own experience.
Exactly. And this prompt encourages you to tap into that inner wisdom.
Okay, time for a little fun.
Always. Good to God.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Ooh, that's a classic. But always a good one.
Right. I think everyone has a secret superpower they wish they had.
It's true. So
Oh.
what would yours be?
I think I'd want the power to heal people.
That's a good one. Very compassionate.
What about you? What superpower would you choose?
Ooh, that's tough. But I think I'd want the power to teleport.
Oh, that would be amazing. You could go anywhere in the world in an instant.
Exactly. No more traffic jams or airport delays for me.
Lucky you.
Okay, back to reality for a moment. This next prompt says, what is one thing you appreciate about your current environment and why?
Oh, I like that one. It's a good reminder to appreciate the little things.
It is, yeah. Like sometimes we forget to notice the beauty around us.
Whether it's a cozy corner in your home, a beautiful view outside your window, or even just the sound of birds singing.
Exactly. This prompt helps you tune into those little details that bring you joy.
Okay, let's spread some positivity with this one. What is one thing you can do today to make someone else smile?
Oh, I love that one. Kindness is so powerful.
It is, yeah. And it doesn't have to be a grand gesture.
Sometimes the smallest things can make the biggest difference.
A simple compliment, a helping hand, or even just a listening ear can really brighten someone's day.
Okay, 2 more prompts left in this set. This one is all about growth. What is one lesson you've learned recently, and how has it changed your perspective?
I think it's important to always be learning and growing, even as adults.
I agree. And this prompt encourages you to reflect on those lessons and how they've shaped you.
Yeah, like what challenges have you faced recently and what did you learn from them?
Okay, last prompt of the day. This one says, what are you most looking forward to in the next week, month, or year?
Ooh, that's a good one to end on. It's all about looking ahead with hope and excitement.
It is, yeah. It's like a little reminder to dream big and set those intentions for the future.
Well, that was a whirlwind of prompts.
It was. Listallion really delivered with these 50 journal prompts.
I feel like we've covered so much ground, from self-reflection to goal setting to just plain fun.
I know, right? And it's amazing how much these prompts have sparked my own thinking.
Me too. I'm definitely going to be incorporating some of these into my own journaling practice.
Well, folks, that concludes our deep dive into 50 journal prompts of the day from Listallion. We hope you've enjoyed this journey of self-discovery and introspection as much as we have. And remember, the most important thing is to find the prompts that resonate with you and use them to explore your inner world, set intentions, and live a more fulfilling life. Thanks for joining us, and happy journaling.